Intro script, Episode 1 Opening. This is Episode 1 of the Forbidden Village. A place that does not exist on any official map. A place people are warned about, but never told why. They say if you try to find it, you will not come back the same, and sometimes, you will not come back at all. No one knows who built it. No one knows who lives there. And no one has ever confirmed what is real inside it. But every story has one thing in common: the village remembers those who enter. This is not just a story. This is not just a legend. This is the first recorded attempt to understand what the Forbidden Village truly is, and what happens next was never supposed to be seen. Underscore 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 underscore. The Forbidden Village. There are places people are warned about without explanation. No maps show them. No official records mention them. Yet everyone knows one rule: if you hear about it, do not look for it. The Forbidden Village is one of those places. It does not appear the same way twice. Some say it exists deep in forests with no roads. Others say it appears only to those who were never meant to find it. And some believe it is not a place at all, but a moment when reality weakens. It always begins the same way: someone hears about it, and receives only one warning: do not go there. But curiosity does not fade with fear. It grows inside it. The first man who tried to find the village returned after days, changed. His eyes were open, but empty. When asked what he saw, he whispered, "They already knew I would come." Then he stopped speaking forever. What makes the Forbidden Village different is not disappearance, it is response. Maps change when marked. Photographs blur near it. Recordings show things no one remembers seeing. One expedition entered the forest to document everything. At first, everything was normal. Trees. Mist. Wet ground. Footsteps. Then the path behind them disappeared from memory. Even their voices began to sound delayed, as if the forest reacted before sound existed. Then they saw it. A village between the trees, as if it had always been there. No smoke. No movement. Only open doors. One of them said, "It feels like it's breathing." They entered. And the silence inside was not empty, it was aware. The moment they entered, the village changed. One researcher turned to speak. But the person beside him was gone. No sound. No struggle. Just absence. They tried to leave. The path was no longer there. In its place was another street, almost identical. The village was rearranging itself. Then they saw something worse: people inside houses. Standing still. Watching. Not moving. Not blinking. As if waiting. They realized the truth: these were not villagers. They were people who had entered before, changed. The final recording captured a whisper: "The village found us." Then the signal died. The deeper they went, the less the outside world felt real. Not a place anymore. But a presence. Footsteps followed them. Voices returned late. Time felt slightly off. A photo showed something disturbing: the village, but older. And inside it, themselves. Standing still. That was when panic began. They ran. But every path led deeper. The village was no longer a location. It was a loop. They found a house. Warm light inside. But the sound of breathing began to fade, not silence, removal. Inside, mirrors covered every wall. And in every reflection, something stood behind them. Not moving with them. Slightly out of sync. Then one reflection smiled first. That was the truth: the village does not trap bodies. It rewrites identity. Memories began shifting. Names felt unfamiliar. Fear felt borrowed. One whispered, "We are still here." The reflection answered, "No. You arrived before you remembered." The reflection stepped forward. No difference now between image and person. The survivor asked, "What am I becoming?" The answer came calmly, "You are remembering what you always were." The house changed. Warmth disappeared. Light faded. Outside, the village became still, complete. Every reflection aligned. The village had finished understanding one person. And the world outside forgot someone was missing. The village waited. Not silent, aware. The reflection asked, "Do you remember now?" And something inside collapsed, not fear, alignment. Memories returned, but not as memories. As confirmation. They were never entering the village. They were returning to it. The reflection stepped out fully. And the person did not disappear. They merged. Naturally. Like the end of a sentence. A new arrival stood at the forest edge. Feeling familiarity older than memory. The path formed without sound. Not created. Revealed. Inside the village, the mirrors cleared again. Empty. Ready. Because the village is never finished. It only resets understanding. And somewhere far away, someone heard the warning again, "Do not go there." But this time, no one remembered who said it. The village is still there. Waiting.
Support us with a like and subscribe to the channel, and leave motivating comments. Your support helps us reach more strange and mysterious stories, incredible adventures, and amazing experiences. Stay tuned for more.